Welcome back. Beneficial rains have helped improve grazing conditions for cattle in much of Texas and the rest of the southern states this year. But the wetter weather has been a challenge for those trying to put up high quality hay. What are some of the strategies that can help ensure that a cattleman can harvest the highest quality hay? Cattleman and Cattlemen reporter Brad Bulla has some insight in this report from Texas.
In East Texas, James Collins has long experience raising cattle and growing hay. And he knows putting up high-quality hay means a better bottom line on his farm.
The quality of my hay means a lot on my feed bill. It's money in my pocket that I don't have to buy any supplement to go with it. But if you put up a poor quality hay, you're going to have to supplement everything you feed. So that means money in my pocket if I put up good quality hay.
Collins and others in the South know that hay quality is determined first by the type of hay a producer is able to grow.
The forage type can have a huge impact on the quality of the hay product we're able to produce. We have a lot of forages that we can grow throughout the Southeast, warm season perennials such as Bermuda grass or Bahia grass, our warm season annuals, our pearl millets, our sorghum Sudan grass are going to produce a higher quality product compared to our warm season perennials just because of the nature of an annual plant.
When dealing with any hay crop, the experts recommend soil testing to ensure there are adequate nutrients available. And the timing of getting hay cut is key.
The main thing on putting up good quality hay is cutting it at the right time. Now, I know sometimes the weather will vary from that, will have a bearing on it, but I try to put mine up at the right stage, and I try to go for quality, not quantity.
Normally on a grass hay type crop like coastal Bermuda, like we're seeing here in the field, you want to cut the crop when it's in the late boot stage. In this particular case, that is going to average about 12 to 18 inches in height. When you do that, you'll maximize your protein level on the crop, and you'll also maximize the ability of the cattle to digest it.
On his farm, James Collins relies on hay equipment from New Holland to get his hay crop cut, raked, and baled in a timely way.
I use a New Holland rotary cutter, and I run a New Holland rake and a New Holland baler. I like the rotary cutter from New Holland. One advantage of it over the others, that each individual cutter head has its own oil compartment, and it has a dipstick in each head. It does a fine job.
New Holland disc mowers are a good solution for the cattlemen in this part of the country, East Texas, Louisiana, Arkansas, and other areas of the South, because the crops are more prone to insects, for example, fire ants. A disc mower will cut through a fire ant bed, it will cut through a crawdad bed, and you can keep on going, where a sickle bar mower will plug up. These mowers are designed to work in these types of conditions. They work very well in rank, tangled crop. They work very well in good standing crop, and they give you high capacity as far as the ability to cut the crop at high ground speeds. Most of the guys are using grass hays, so this works very well with grass hay type crops.
For the best results in the field, Murdoch says it's critical to ensure the cutter blades are always sharp. And another key is to set the flotation correctly.
Flotation is important on a cutter bar, not only on a disc mower, but a disc mower conditioner, because if the flotation is not set correctly, the crop will not be cut like you like it. If the flotation is too heavy, you'll have the tendency to bulldoze through the field. Especially on softer soils or new cuttings, the cutter bar will have a tendency to plow through the field and it'll tear up the ground. If the flotation is adjusted too light, it'll streak and skip, it'll bounce through the field, and it won't cut accurately. So the flotation is pretty important on the cutter bar.
Getting the hay off the field efficiently and quickly is critical for quality hay production.
After you cut the crop, the determining factor for raking is going to be moisture. And depending on whether it's a legume type crop or a grass type crop like we see right here, the amount of moisture that's in that crop will determine how fast you can rake. For grass hays, you're not quite as concerned with leaf loss as you would be on legume hays, so you can get into the crop a little bit quicker and you can rake a little faster. Normally, when you check the moisture content on a swath like you see right here, if you're at the 20 to 30% moisture rate on an unraked swath, you can go ahead and rake it.
Raking is an important aspect of our hay production. It's important to rake into large windrows to make efficient large bales and to be efficient with the use of actually the baling process. So raking can be really important. Raking also helps to expedite, or can help to expedite drying time, curing time, so we can capture those nutrients faster. Capturing the correct moisture content in our hay via raking is important so that we keep some quality and we reduce potential dry matter losses once they're in the bale. Once that forage is baled, if our moisture content is above 20%, we have the potential for mold production, or mold to be produced within that bale, which decreases the palatability as well as the digestibility of that forage. If our moisture content is above 20%, that plant continues to respire or use up those soluble carbohydrates and starches, which we're trying to capture to feed to our livestock.
Whether it's a disc mower, a hay rake, or a baler, minimal downtime and a reliable dealer that stands behind the brand are essential for hay operators.
We have service trucks and we have people that go to the field if necessary. If not, we bring them to the shop. The hay equipment is always first that we work on. In other words, if his hay baler's broke down, everything moves to the side, we bring hay equipment in and take care of them. They're usually gone within 4 hours of their breakdown.
It is the #1 reason I run New Holland, because I get good service out of it. If I have a problem and I need hay to be cut, all I got to do is pick up the phone and call my New Holland dealer and tell him what I need, and he'll loan me something to use till they get mine repaired. And that means a lot to me. I've been doing business with them for over 50 years, and I hope I can make another 50.
Reporting from East Texas, I'm Brad Bullitt for NCBA's Cattlemen to Cattlemen.
Of course, there's much more to learn about cutting, baling, and storing high-quality hay. We'll have more on the topic next week. In the meantime, visit the website newholland.com for more information and a look at the full lineup of New Holland equipment.